Kit Harington's children may never get the chance to watch Game of Thrones, but if they ever want to understand how their parents fell in love, it might not be the best idea to start by showing them the show. After all, their mother, Rose Leslie, played the fierce wildling Ygritte, whose fate on the show might not sit well with her kids, especially considering her tragic end. Harington, who portrayed Jon Snow, and Leslie, whose character famously captured Jon's heart on and off the screen, are now parents, and their relationship is just one of many examples of how transformative the experience of being on Game of Thrones was for the sprawling ensemble cast. Being part of the Game of Thrones juggernaut wasn't always easy, particularly for the younger cast members who essentially grew up on the set. Isaac Hempstead Wright, who played Bran Stark, reflected on the challenges of this experience in a 2019 interview with The Hollywood Reporter, which took place after the series' highly debated finale. "Your teenage years are difficult enough without the added complication of being on the world's biggest television show," Wright remarked. And coming from the actor whose character ultimately won the game, this sentiment speaks volumes about the immense pressure the cast faced. Maisie Williams, who was just 12 years old when she auditioned for the role of Arya Stark, echoed similar thoughts in a 2020 interview with Wonderland. She said, "I don't know that it could have gotten any bigger, so it was nice that it stopped." Williams explained that her life had become entirely consumed by the show, with little room for personal time. After dedicating much of her teenage years to filming and promoting the series, she expressed relief at being able to move on and leave that phase of her life behind. However, she was still pleased with Arya's fate, describing how she loved that her character chose a path of adventure, courage, and family duty over romance. For Williams, Arya Stark was a symbol of strength and independence, qualities that deeply resonated with the actress herself. Sophie Turner, Williams' on-screen sister Sansa Stark, shared her thoughts on the series' conclusion, focusing on Sansa's remarkable journey from a naive young girl to a resilient queen. "It's her resilience and her strength that I'm going to carry with me," Turner said in a 2019 interview with The Hollywood Reporter. For her, Sansa's transformation was one of the most empowering aspects of the role, and she predicted that the character would remain with her for the rest of her life. Turner, like Williams, grew up on the show, and the experiences and challenges she faced during her time on GOT had a lasting impact on her. 5 years after Game of Thrones wrapped up its 8-season run, with the cast earning 59 Emmys among countless other accolades, many of the actors have moved on to new projects and ventures. Kit Harington, for instance, transitioned from his role as Jon Snow to a career that has included stage performances in productions like True West and Henry V. He also ventured into the Marvel Cinematic Universe with a role in The Eternals, further solidifying his place in the entertainment industry. However, despite his many accomplishments, Harington is perhaps most grateful to Game of Thrones for introducing him to his wife, Rose Leslie, who played his love interest on the show. The couple tied the knot in 2018 and now share 2 children, a son born in 2021 and a daughter born in 2021, and a daughter born in 2023. In a candid interview with GQ, Harington opened up about his journey through the show and its emotional toll. After Jon Snow's shocking death at the end of Season 5, only to be resurrected shortly thereafter, Harington admitted that he struggled with feelings of insecurity and unease. "That was a time when I started therapy and started talking to people. I had felt very unsafe, and I wasn't talking to anyone," he shared. Eventually, Harington came to terms with his character's importance to the show and found peace in the legacy that Game of Thrones had left behind. For Rose Leslie, the journey to landing the role of Ygritte was far from conventional. During an interview, she admitted to being largely unaware of the show's magnitude when she first auditioned. "I went into the audition unprepared," she confessed. Having not watched the first season, Leslie didn't realize the pressure she was under and was thankful for her initial naivete, which she believed helped her get the part. Although Ygritte's time on the show was brief, spanning just 2 seasons, her impact on Jon Snow, and by extension Harington, was profound. Harington fondly recalled their first day of filming together as one of his favorite memories from the set. Since Game of Thrones, Leslie has continued to build her career, starring in The Good Fight and making notable appearances in films like The Time Traveler's Wife and Death on the Nile. Despite her busy career, Leslie has kept her family life with Harington relatively private, focusing on their 2 young children and balancing the demands of parenting with her professional life. Emilia Clarke, who portrayed Daenerys Targaryen, experienced her own life-altering events both on and off the set. Clarke, who earned 4 Emmy nominations for her role as the dragon-riding Khaleesi, revealed in a 2019 New Yorker essay that she had suffered 2 aneurysms during her time on the show. After filming the first season, Clarke underwent brain surgery at the age of 24. "It saved my life," literally, she wrote, crediting the Game of Thrones family for their unwavering support during her recovery. In many ways, Clarke believed that the character of Daenerys, with her unwavering strength and determination, had saved her life as well. Since Daenerys met her fiery end in the series finale, Clarke has continued to act, starring in films such as Last Christmas and taking on the role of Nina in a West End production of Chekhov's The Seagull. Like many of her GOT co-stars, Clarke has expressed immense gratitude for the opportunities and experiences that came with the show, even as she has moved on to new chapters in her career. Sophie Turner, who played Sansa Stark, has also navigated life post-Game of Thrones. After marrying singer Joe Jonas in 2019 and welcoming 2 daughters, Willa and Delphine, Turner has focused much of her energy on her family. However, she hasn't entirely stepped away from the spotlight, returning to television with roles in The Staircase and the 2024 ITV series Joan. Following her highly publicized split from Jonas in 2023, Turner has been linked to British businessman Peregrine Pearson, and she continues to make headlines for her personal and professional endeavors. As the years have passed, the legacy of Game of Thrones remains a significant part of the cast's lives. From Jack Gleeson, who played the much-hated Joffrey Baratheon and later took a hiatus from acting to focus on his studies, to Richard Madden, whose portrayal of Robb Stark earned him widespread acclaim. The actors have continued to build impressive careers while remaining connected to the show that catapulted them to international fame. For fans who are eagerly awaiting the next chapter in the Game of Thrones universe, there is plenty to look forward to, with spin-offs like House of the Dragon keeping the spirit of Westeros alive. Yet, as winter inevitably comes once again, it's clear that the impact of Game of Thrones extends far beyond the confines of its fictional world, shaping the lives of the cast members who brought it to life in ways they likely never could have imagined when they first set foot on set.